Welcome back. It's me, Mr. Cheney, with another brilliant tutorial. This one is photos and video in Canva. We're going to save this into our folder so that it auto-saves and we don't lose our work. And let's get into it. This is part 1 of 2. I believe there's like 12 or 13 slides, so I don't want to make these videos too long. And so the first video is about adding photos. Apparently in full screen you cannot play the video for some reason. Who knows why, but we're just going to move on, work with it, and actually just figure out how to do these photos on our own, I believe. So here's our project. Find photos that represent your dream career, then upload a photo of yourself into the frame. So we're going to go to Elements, we're going to go to Photos, and then we're going to look up a few things. So I'm already in my dream job as a teacher, but prior to being a teacher I was in the marketing and aerospace industry, so I'm going to find pictures that are related to that. So I'll put my marketing picture in the first grid over there, and then I'm going to look up a photo of aerospace, which is like military and flying and bombs and stuff like that, which is a job that I did before teaching. I started teaching 14 years ago, did this job for about 6, and so now I'm going to go find a picture of me. I'm going to go to Google Drive. If you don't have Drive or Google Classroom on your phone as an app, I suggest maybe you do that so you can upload pictures and videos from your phone for future projects. For me, I'm just going to find a picture that I happen to have in my Drive already. Here's one from a field trip that we did last semester to Scout Island, which we'll be doing again, by the way. So if you're interested, keep your ears peeled for that field trip coming up to Scout Island. You can actually earn a credit for going. So I'm going to upload the picture that I downloaded from Google Drive. It's in my downloads. There we go. And then I put it into the last frame over there that says, "It's me." Probably not the greatest picture to put there because there's a group of us, but I think it's obvious which one of those is me, so we'll move on. Now we're going to talk about editing photos. So this video right here will show us how to edit photos. So that's various things like effects and filters and colors and frames and that sort of thing. So they're going to show us how to adjust things, how to crop, all sorts of things that you can do to photos in Canva. There's even an auto adjust button that will help with like color and brightness and stuff, which is pretty cool. So it's kind of like a Photoshop tool. You've got your filter section, and in our project we'll be doing filters for an old-time feel, I believe it is. Vintage is what they call it, so we're going to be making a bunch of photos using those filters. You can change intensity and that sort of thing with the slider bars when you do that. So we're also going to be using one of the effects. So I think the effects that we're going to be putting onto a cat is a duotone, and you'll be able to see that once we get to it. So now that we've been taught the different editing tools, we'll go over to the project and see what we're going to do with the photos that we're given. Okay, so apply filters to the photos to create the vintage feel. So you click the photo, you go over to edit photo, and we're going to go to filters. We're going to see all filters, we're going to scroll down, and we're going to find the section that says vintage. And there's several types of vintage, so you can choose whichever ones you like. So now I'm going to move on to the cat picture, go back down to the vintage section and click a different one so I can see what the different fields look like. And now I've got the Ferris wheel, going into vintage, clicking a different one. Lastly, the picture of the 2 children. Pick a different vintage filter, so now I have 4 different ones. Last step, second step, apply duotone effect to the cat. So this isn't filters, we got to get out of filters, and from filters we go to effects, and the effects will scroll over and we'll see that the duotone is right there. So we'll pick one of these duotones and we'll call it a day. So that is photo editing right there. And we're going to move on to so now we're into the video section, how to get videos into different shapes, how to find different videos. So very similar to photo stuff, just with video, that's it. So just like photos, you can upload videos as well so that you can use your own videos, not just the videos that are in their library, which is awesome, and we'll probably be doing some of that as we create projects. Coming up, we're going to be doing projects for the Tree Huggers Club, so we may need to do something of that nature when we do those projects. I know we'll be using photos. Okay, so this says steps 1 through 4. We're going to find a nature video and put it into the segments of these grids. So we have a red, yellow, green, and blue segment. We're going to find nature videos, and we're going to put various videos into those different sections. So I'm just going to put nature. I could have been more detailed and said what type of nature, but I'm just going to do this to show you how. And so we don't want it in the yellow, we want it in the red, although I could have put that in the yellow. It doesn't really matter, but I'm going to start with red because that's what step 1 says. Okay, so that play is good. Step 2, every one of these, they want a nature video. So I'm just going to keep drawing from our nature section over here. I'm going to put one in the yellow section. Then I'm going to put one in the green section. Then I'm going to put one in the blue section, and our insert video slide will be done. I'm just going to put it into present mode so that I can see all 4 videos work properly. And yes, they do. They're playing at the same time. Looks awesome. And that's it. I will see you back in class.